Well, I didn't hear it start to record. I apologize. This is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I coach people to play their professional and personal games big. Now, I wanted to speak with you today about changing careers. And I was reminded of something because I recorded a podcast yesterday for Job Search Radio. We did it as a video. It's available on YouTube, and it'll soon be available through jobsearchradio.com. But I'm not ready to release that quite yet as I record this in mid-February. Now, what I want to say to you is changing careers rarely is an easy process. You wind up starting to go out on a bunch of blind dates and talk to people about your idea. And more often than not, you run into two reactions. One is the one that immediately is the voice of doom. This is so hard. Why would you want to give up? What you have now, and that sort of voice. There's another voice that says, yeah, but, and it talks about your deficiencies. And it's very easy after you hear a few of those rejections where your inner critic starts to take hold and starts to tell you how wrong you are in this idea. Now, I think more often than not, what you need is more information. And instead of immediately going out and trying to find that great opportunity for career change, you need to take a step back and gather more information, because more often than not, information is what's lacking, and from there it might be education that's lacking. So often the rejection starts to get internalized by you or by people in general. And it starts to activate that inner critic within you that basically tells you that you're doomed in your current circumstances. It fosters the desire to stay put and be stuck. Now, I don't want you to get into an argument with your inner critic. You can't win that argument. But to understand the inner critic is to understand the notion that there's a part of you that wants to feel safe, that doesn't want to go through difficult challenges, and would rather just stay where you are rather than risk rejection or failure. And what's best, instead of arguing with the inner critic, is to have an internal dialogue with the part of you that wants to be safe. That part that basically says, hey, it's pretty good where we are right now, and you shouldn't have to do this, and understand and start to think about and understand why it is that safety part of yourself is afraid to make change. And negotiate with it, have a conversation with it. Understand that part of yourself that would rather be comfortable yet miserable rather than uncomfortable and taking on something that's risky. When you think about it in that way, it's a much more normal reaction that you internally say to yourself, man, this is going to be hard. I don't know if I want to go through this. After all, I'll point at myself for a second. I'm not as young as I used to be, but at the end of the day, it's the right thing to do. And you just have to make that bargain with yourself that you're going to do this in ways that make sense. Without that, you're going to keep dealing with rejection and going back into the cocoon rather than going out there and try to make that change you really want. I'm Jeff Altman. I hope you find this helpful. My website is thebiggamehunter.us. I also have another one, nobscoachingadvice.com. Both have a lot of information that will help you with job hunting, as well as with the emotional side of change. And if we are connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/the-big-game-hunter. Last point I want to make is doing a career change is not easy and really requires support. This is something you haven't done before, and it's territory you've never been through. Rather than go through it without a scout or an ally, schedule time with me. I'd love to coach you through your change. I'd love to help you get repositioned. Hope you have a great day. Take care.